In this video, we're going to talk about the number one reason why new online business owners fail, and particularly people who are kind of dipping their toes into the world of content creation, building a brand, making courses. Why do some succeed while others fail? I've built a multiple six-figure online business, and I've helped hundreds of new entrepreneurs get their start online. And I have found that there is one thing that makes the difference between those who succeed and those who fail. And it is this: people who succeed treat this like a business. People who fail treat it like a hobby. In this video, I'm going to give you what the differences are between treating this like a business and treating it like a hobby, so that you can make an assessment of what you're doing and make sure that you are walking into this doing the right things so that it will be a business that grows instead of a hobby that just takes up your time and doesn't give you anything back for it. My name's Lane. This is my channel. Thanks for being here. If you want more information on how to grow your online business, be sure to subscribe. Also, go to lanesebring.com/super simple. You can pick up my free super simple guide to your first $500 online. It basically lays out the entire process from start to finish for building a legit online business. So it's a perfect complement to this video, because in this video, I'm going to tell you kind of what not to do. In that guide, you'll get a path of what to do. So lanesebring.com/super simple. So the people who succeed treat this like a business. The people who fail treat it like a hobby. I'm going to give you a list of things, of the differences between treating it like a hobby and treating it like a business. We're first going to talk about content. People who treat this like a hobby, when it comes to content, they make content when they feel like it. People who treat it like a business make content consistently. And when I say consistently, I mean it's on a schedule and it remains relevant to their topic. It's consistent across the board. But people who treat it like a hobby, they kind of make content sporadically. Maybe they'll make 10 videos in 10 days, and then you don't hear from them for 3 weeks. And they make a video every day for 3 days, and then they're gone for 6 months. That's a hobby. It does not make a business. To make a business, you have to show up consistently with consistent, helpful, relevant content every single week. And here's what I would say to anyone just starting out. It is way better to post once a week, but do it consistently for a year, than it is to post 3 times a week and fizzle out after 2 months. The person who posts once a week for a year is going to build a stronger connection with a larger audience over time of people who know them and like them and trust them, than the person who posts 3 times a week for 2 months and then you don't hear from them for months. That person is going to fail. They're treating it like a hobby. The second difference is that people who treat this like a hobby build their business about a topic. Right? They make content about something. They build a course about something. The people who treat this like a business make content that solves a problem. They make courses that solve a problem. They make offers that solve a problem. It's not just about a topic or about a niche. It's not just musings and things that they're interested in. That does not gather an audience of interested potential customers. That might just gather an audience of people who also want to hear about that topic. And if that's your goal, it's a hobby. Totally fine, but it's not an online business. The third difference between the people who treat this like a hobby and people who treat this like a business when it comes to content is the people who treat this like a hobby make content that they like. People who treat this like a business make content that their audience wants and needs. I gotta be honest, this is a hard one, because you'll get into this and you're gonna want to make content that you like, that interests you. And that's totally fine if it's a hobby. It's totally fine to actually have like a YouTube channel that's just a hobby channel where you get on there and you talk about whatever comes to mind, or an Instagram account that's your interest. But if it's a business, you cannot think primarily about what you like and what you want to talk about. You have to think about your ideal customer and your target audience. What do they want and what do they need? What problem did they come to you to solve? And are you hitting the mark? So I'll give you a confession. I initially treated this like a hobby. It was an experiment. It was low pressure. I didn't really think this was going to go anywhere. And so I made content about all kinds of different things initially. I started to narrow that down to the person that I really want to focus on, which is the person who is stuck in their 9 to 5, has an interest in starting an online business, wants to make courses, wants to set up a system that works for them in the background of their life, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, making money. They want to do something that's fulfilling and impactful, but they don't want it to take up their whole life because right now they actually have a job. They need something that they can start on the side and grow it up to replace their income. So that's like my target. And as I got more focused on that person, I started to realize, okay, there's things that I like to talk about on this channel, but do they solve that person's most pressing problem? And if the answer is no, then I have to kind of like not talk about it. I'll give you a real example. So just like a few weeks ago, I made a video called "Saying Money Isn't Everything is a Privilege of the Rich." And my coach pointed out to me, he looked at that and he said, okay, who's your target? And I explained to him what I just explained about how my target is the person seeking to get started in online business, building courses, making content, making a business out of it. And he said, okay, does that video answer their most pressing question? Does it solve their most urgent problem? And I had to just say, no, no, it doesn't. It's an opinion piece. It's something that I'm passionate about. I like talking about, but it's really not the kind of content that's going to attract my ideal customer. And it's not going to gather my target audience. So I had to make a decision to even further narrow the scope of my content to be as focused as possible on the people that I'm trying to reach, which is you, the person who is wanting to start their online business and do it right from the start. So as you're making your content, ask yourself, is this something that I just like talking about? Or does this answer the most pressing questions and problems that my ideal customers have? Next, if somebody treats this like a hobby, their primary question is, how can I get more views and follows? If somebody treats this like a business, their primary question is, how can I get more people on my email list? The person who looks at this like a hobby, they're saying, I just want people to watch my content, click the thumbs up, make me feel good. Vanity metrics. The person who treats this like a business understands the power of their email list. They understand that views and clicks have to add up to a whole heck of a lot in order to start making some substantial money. But somebody on your email list, if you know how to market to them and you know how to make a compelling offer, and your content, like we've talked about so far in this video, is targeted to the right people with the right content that solves their problem, you will make way more money off of one email subscriber than off of 1,000 subscribers on social media. It just works that way. So if it's a business, you're thinking, I want them on my email list. And by the way, that's just one of many reasons why. If it's a hobby, you're thinking, I hope I grow large enough to make money from sponsors or ads. Like if I can just get this big enough, then maybe I can start to be a part of the TikTok Creator Fund or be a part of the YouTube Partner Program. Nothing wrong with that. I do all of that. However, that thinking is just a hobby if it stops there. The business owner is thinking, how can I create offers that the people who watch my content, get my lead magnet, end up on my email list, and are going through my email funnel want to buy? How can I create offers for them? And how can I create offers that are so compelling and amazing, whether it's my online courses, my membership site, my coaching package? How can I create an offer that's irresistible to those people? And now I'm not reliant on an ad program or somebody wanting me to do a sponsored post. I have a targeted list of leads who came to me because they had a problem and my content solved it. And so because they came to me and then got my lead magnet and now they're on my email list, I can serve them at an even deeper level with a compelling, irresistible offer. That's how business owners think. Hobbyists think, well, wouldn't this be nice if I could grow large and make some money out of the Creator Fund? Finally, when this is a hobby, it takes your time and gives little back. If it's a business, it eventually replaces your income and gives you way more time than you've ever had before. And that's really what makes it worth pursuing this as a business. because it has the potential, it has the capacity to dwarf anything you've ever created income-wise in a fraction of the time that it would have taken if you were just trading time for money. And so my encouragement to you would be, if you have a desire to make a business out of this, go all in with it. And one amazing way to do that is to get on the wait list for my upcoming course, The Six-Figure Fast Lane, where I'm going to show you this entire process of how to, from the start, pursue this like a business. Go to lanesebring.com/fastlane. That'll get you on the wait list. Course is coming out soon. It's going to be this on steroids. You're not going to want to miss. And if one of the things that you decide you want to do in your online business is to make an online course, but you're not sure how to make it or where to start, check out this video where I'll show you exactly what people pay for when they pay for courses.